Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. So, let's complete this task. To Ptah and his passing crime. Since you guys were the most important on the list of people who need to get your reading, we're here doing this. So, hopefully after this we can bring other people the information that they need. So, what does God want to tell you at this time? Okay, so the subject matter, we got part ways on good terms. Those of you who missed part one, if you want to be caught up on what's going on in the situation, I suggest that you listen to it. Okay, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. You can just listen to it like a podcast or watch it when you have the time. But I don't feel like going over what was already said. Okay, I do recommend as well the part one and part two readings of the Ptah. What are you going to do about this reading? Okay, the reading is called Ptah. What are you going to do about this? There's a part one and a part two of that, and this one that I'm doing is part two of Ptah and, well, it's called To Ptah and His Associates, a.k.a. Partners in Crime, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, I'm actually tired of dealing with Ptah and his friends. So, I want to hurry up and finish this one so I can move on to people who really matter to me. Ptah and his friends matter to God. They don't really matter to me. So, for Ptah and his associates, those of you who watched the first part, you know exactly what the problem is between them. So to Ptah's associates, God is saying part ways on good terms. Okay, there's no need to burn bridges with Ptah. There's no need for the hatred. There's no need for upsetting yourselves. There's no need for arguments. There's no need for fighting. Okay, it's just Ptah is doing what he wants to do right now, and what Ptah wants to do is not in the best interest of the group. And so for this season, you need to go your own way, but do it respectfully. Part ways on good terms. It doesn't matter if he's upset at the fact that you're parting ways. It doesn't matter, because he knows better. His soul knows better. Ptah knows better. Okay, so you don't need to worry about what his representation or how he's behaving on the surface. Fuck all that. You don't need to pay attention to that. He knows better. He knows he's fucking up. He knows he's doing a whole bunch of shit. And he knows that you are right for walking away. Because he's being a total idiot right now. It's like he's driving a car fast into a brick wall. So it's like if you want to finish yourself by yourself. Since you don't want to listen to anybody, you go in that car, drive really fast towards the wall by yourself. If you make it, we'll see you when you get back. If you don't make it, we're gonna miss you. It's been great knowing you. Ptah don't care about falling, and he don't mind taking everybody with him. And I know he's gonna blame me for the deterioration of his organization. But the truth is, number one, you should have never came after me. And number two, it's been 18 years. As a matter of fact, it's been 45 years. But I've been conscious of you since 2008. Okay? I've been conscious of you orchestrating my life and manipulating my life and trying to actually make me crazy, trying to actually make me commit suicide, trying to actually make me suffer. And you've actually made me suffer in many ways. You should have never come after people like me, wasting money trying to conquer us. 90 billion was wasted on me alone. We did the calculations. Those who are regulars here on the channel, they know the story. 90 billion, whether pounds or dollars, you wasted trying to ruin me alone. So imagine the others when you add up how much money you've wasted trying to attack innocent people, trying to conquer innocent people, trying to own the chosen ones. It's your fault. So you can blame me as much as you want for being the one who is orating the story. For all the damage that you have inflicted upon me, Ptah, I have the right to now tell the story so that those around you who can't see what's really going on can get a clearer view. So you can blame me. And you can try coming after me. I accept. But you know better. Because I wasn't in this society or any other societies that I was living in giving anybody any trouble. I was being good to all the people around me. None of them can make a bad, true report about me. They can talk a whole bunch of bad shit about me, but none of it is true. If any of it is true, it'll be like 1%, because I'm not perfect. But I'm the type to correct my behavior once I'm aware of it. And for those in that group that could say anything bad about me, who disrespected me and caused me to then in turn disrespect them, that shit don't count. Because I'm not your doormat. So if you fucked with me and I fucked you up, you deserved it. I don't chuck it on nobody, ever, deliberately and knowingly. I don't do that. I'm not a bully. I've never been a bully. And equally so, I have never liked people bullying me or accepted people bullying me. The one time I got into a fight in my whole entire life so far is because some fat girl decided she wanted to bully me in school. PS 106 in America, Far Rockaway. I'm eating my lunch and she brings she big fat ass and walk up on top the lunch table. How dare you walk on the lunch table? You see me here eating my lunch. Shoes don't belong on the lunch table in the first place. You're asking for it. That's rude. And you fucked with the wrong one. So there was no reason for you to treat me the way that you were treating me. I was no threat to you. I was no threat to your organization. If I stand for truth and me standing for truth ruin your empire, it is your fault for building your empire on fuckery and lies and manipulation and oppression. It is your fault for making people serve you out of fear. Now all the illusions are dying off because somebody like me has the courage to stand up to you and the whole of your crew. It's not my fault, it's your fault building your empire up on sand. You should have built on the rock. Ptah. So you can blame me and you can try committing retaliations against me. But just know that all that will be unjust, just like all the other attacks. Unjustified, just like all the other attacks. But it is my pleasure to be the speaker in this situation. Isn't life grand? Isn't karma just beautiful? Who knew I would be the one to bring your ass down from way up on your high place? I didn't ask for this. But God said, you know what, Chanel? This one's for you. Thank you, Most High. It's my pleasure. All my life you've been trying to ruin me. And now God has put the power in my hands to ruin you and your whole crew. Anybody who choose to stick with you, y'all are going down. This is my justice. This is my justice for how you've treated me. 2008, 2018, and then 20, so that's 10 to 12, and then 5, 17, yeah, 17 years going on 18 years. I've been dealing with your manipulations and you, everything that I build for myself, you tear it down, you and your crew, and they're recruited. Everything that I've built for myself over the last 17, going on 18 years, you have ripped it down. I can't even go to the dentist in peace. You deserve what I'm doing to you right now. You deserve it. And I deserve this justice. You think this is your fucking lying courts of law? Eh? Who gonna check you? Because you got everybody bought? You put your money in everybody's pocket to make shit go how you want it to go now, man. This is the real Supreme Court. Welcome. Justice G presiding. You thought that your quotes were the only quotes that exist? Welcome to the real quote, man. You think your police is the only police that exists? You're about to meet the real police. These ones can't be bought. These ones don't sell out. These ones can't be bribed. These ones can't be intimidated. These ones do not serve you, Ptah. Welcome to the real world. Not your little pappy show of a real world. Okay, so the first card we have to come out, it says take time to get to know each other more, and that's in the reverse. So that means we don't need to take time to get to know each other anymore. Whoever this is, whether it's you and your partners in crime or you and me, there's no needing to get to know each other more. We know each other very well. There's no needing to get to know each other more. Look, they see your value in the upright and they miss you. They are about to. They're about to miss you. So Most High, once and for all, is this me and them or them and them? It's them and them. All right. So reading it as them and them. So this is Ptah and his partners in crime. So there's no need for you to get to know Ptah anymore, and Ptah, there's no need for you to get to know your partners in crime anymore. Y'all have been there for each other for a very long time. You all know each other. That's why they don't get why you're behaving like this. And so they're gonna go and you're gonna miss them because you know that they're very valuable to you. Your ego is ripping down, your ego is tearing down your whole empire. Because Ptah just can't be wrong. Ptah is never wrong. Ptah never loses. Welcome back to reality, Ptah. You're about to miss your friends because you're too dedicated to being a jackass. You're about to fuck up your whole support system because you are too dedicated to being a cunt. So the underlying issue, it says part ways on good terms. There's a lot that you need to know. It's infatuation or lust. Exactly. That's how Ptah's situation is. Ptah is infatuated with winning, being on top, always seen as the most powerful. I'm the most powerful magician in the world. No, you're not. God brought me back to life when you killed me or had me killed. Over and over again. Clearly, you're not the most powerful magician in the world. Get down. I've been roaming free and kicking your ass since 2008 when you started fucking with me, and I know you still can't conquer me. You're clearly not the most powerful magician in the world. Stop lying to yourself. Get down. Ptah. So he's infatuated, and you want different things now. So his partners in crime, and Ptah, y'all want different things. Vision for the future is not the same, and he hate that. He hate that y'all are not staying on his bandwagon to hell. His bandwagon to his capital L. Who the fuck you think wanna lose with you, Ptah? Get real. You know you're headed towards a loss. Why you think that they're gonna ride so hard with you that they're going to disrupt not only their lives, but they have wife or husband and children. They got grandbabies that they need to look after. They got grandbabies that they need to look after. They need to look after their next generation. Why you think that they're supposed to just roll with you and fuck up their money and fuck up their future and fuck up their lineage and get killed or get maimed? Why? I keep telling y'all, God is the only one who loves unconditionally, you know. Humans need to stop talking about unconditional love because our love conditions. And it should. Only God has the capability to love us unconditionally. There is a limit. For every human being, there's a limit to where they're willing to go for those that they love. So don't try and push the boundaries. It's a stupid idea. And then you're going to say that they betrayed you because you chose to be a fucking cunt. And they chose not to support you in your cuntish behavior. All of a sudden, they're betrayers. They can see you headed towards doom. They're not stupid. They love you, but they're not stupid. Ptah. Your partners in crime love you, but they're not dumb. And they're not willing to be dumb for you. Or anybody else. So I suggest that nobody else try that shit with them. Because they have a right to preserve their future. And the future of their families just like everybody else. Fuck around and find out. So you hate that y'all want different things. And then they've got plans for you. So somebody got plans for somebody. Then we got active divine marriage contract. Okay. So that's the divine. You can tell this person the truth. So God is saying, when you're out in the cold and you're all alone, remember that God is still here and ready to talk to you when you're ready to talk to God. You should watch part 1 to see what message God had for you. If you haven't already. Or those of you who are watching now, who are interested in finding out more about what God has in store for Ptah, you should watch part 1 of this other reading, of this reading. Called To Ptah and His Associates, a.k.a. his partners in crime, ... So you can tell this person the truth, you liar. So Ptah, up until now, you've just been lying. God said you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to me. That's God's message to you. God said you can lie to all your friends, you can lie to Chanel, but you can't lie to God. You don't even have to talk. God already see and know everything that you're going through. Everything that you're planning to do. God know your fears. Because you know better. God know you're really shaking in your fucking boots. But you need to keep up appearances like you're a bad man. Your friend them already see that you're headed towards a L. Who the fuck you trying to impress, Ptah? Your friends already see that you're doomed to fail in this mission. So who are you trying to impress? Nah, you coming to get your ass beat. See, you got your plans, but God has its plans. God already told you in that last part, the first part of the reading, that Mother Nature is about to sabotage you to help save you from you. Ptah. So keep lying to yourself and keep lying to the people around you and keep doing shit hoping that you can intimidate me. You gonna do what you gotta do and God gonna do what God wanna do, right? Right. Let's get this last message and get Ptah off of my radar. So the card that flipped out said incest. That's family. That don't mean having sex with your family members in this case. It's just saying your family. And at the bottom of the deck, we got disownership. Your family is disowning you, bruv. But it's getting hot in here. I hear somebody asking about my last time I was on the video and I was crying. What the fuck you mean? Think my life is easy? I'm allowed to cry. When things hurt you, you cry. Yeah, you must let it out. It's bad energy. You just need to let that shit out and move on with your life. Crying is not a sign of weakness. It's passing showers. It's just like sneezing. Your eyes pee. To let out some bad pent up or built up energy. So far, I know people to cry for two reasons: extreme sadness or extreme joy. That was extreme sadness that made me cry on the other Ptah video. And if you know anything about what these people put me through, you understand why I cried. I have the right to cry. I have the right to be sad. I have the right to be hurt. And I have the right to express that wherever and whenever it hits me. Just equally so, I have the right to express joy wherever and whenever it hits me. What's that? It's generational curse. Flip all the way out and over. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Religion. One's belief system. So somebody's belief system is actually a generational curse. Y'all were taught the wrong things. You need to reprogram. Okay, so we got custody. Need to reprogram your mind. And we got religion at the bottom of the deck still. Custody and religion. Custody. Okay, so someone who is in charge. Someone who's in charge of the way you think. Religion. Your moral principles. The principles that you govern yourself by. Okay. Custody over the religion. Custody over the way of life. Custody over the way of thinking. So who has custody over your way of thinking? Who taught you the principles that you live by? That's the person who has custody over your way of thinking. Okay, so we got stubbornness of the elder wanting to show itself, and child protective services. Okay, so the elder that taught you whatever they taught you is like you need protection from that way of thinking. So take this message as it resonates to whoever this message is for. There's a way of thinking that you have incorporated into your life that was handed to you by your elder or some elders. And you've lived by those principles for a very long time. But now that times have changed, it's time for you to protect yourself. Okay? So there needs to be a reprogramming of your ideological faculties. Okay? The principles that you live by, it's like you need to upgrade your software. Because you know the human mind is the first computer. Or is it the human soul? I would say it's the mind. The soul is on its own. It's in its own realm. You can't compare the mind and the soul, because the soul is all knowing. The mind is like a computer chip. It only has the information on it that you put in there. So yeah. So yeah, your mind, you need to deprogram those principles and teachings that no longer serve you in this time. It doesn't mean that what your elders taught you were so off that they were obsolete from the beginning, because clearly they've been working for you up until this time. But we are in a different season in the human story. We have begun a new chapter. Things are different in this season, in this chapter of the human story. Okay? Rules that were allowed to be ignored for long periods of time are now being enforced in full force. So whereas people were able to do evil and get away with it, now it's like karma is here. It's time to reap what has been sown. It's time for correction. It's quick. So it's not that somebody's trying to get you, who is a bad guy, to become a good guy. Nobody's asking you to do that. Be who creation created you to be. But for your protection, you have to understand when it's okay for you to be and unapologetically you, and when you need to kind of bend for your own safety, your own progress. It's like, if I do this, I'm a fucking lose. Okay? So sometimes a bad guy has to tap into his good nature. A bad girl have to tap into her good nature if she truly want to win. That's what we have going on right now. It's time for you to tap into your better nature. And if you don't want to tap into your better nature, then at least sit back. It's time for you to sit back. Sit this part of the story out. Just watch things happen. Spend time with your family. Spend time with those who love you and support you. Go enjoy nature. You have a right to be here too. It don't matter that you're evil. There's a space here for you. It's just that this is not your season. This is the season of those who are good, those who have integrity. Those are the people who are winning now. In this part of the story, those are the people who are winning. You guys are gonna have your day again. You're gonna have your moment again. You have your chapter again, because that's how life go. It's always a cycle, good versus evil. There are times when good is up, there's time when the good are down. There's time when evil is up, and now it's time for evil to come down. And if you don't come down, we're going to take you down. Because we have divine authority to do so. Like it or not, we don't fucking care. Suck it up. Just like good people have had to suck up your oppression and your suppression for as long as we have had to do that. Suck it up. Suck that shit up. Hold them L's. It's yours. Hopefully I'll be here to deliver the message to let the evil kingdom know it's your time to shine again. This is not your time to shine, evil kingdom. It's time for you to go sit down somewhere. We'll take it from here. We'll clean up the mess you've made, as we've always done. It's our pleasure. That's why you have your place. You fuck it up, we fix it. And then when we fix it and it's all googly-eyed and unicorn and rainbows and flowers, and then you come in and fuck it up. Ain't no problem with that. At least we've had our moment to enjoy our little slice of heaven. We could take some chaos then. It's all right. We'll retreat into the background and watch you until it's time when God says, okay, you're doing too much now, evil kingdom. It's time to sit back. And then the good emerge again to do what we do best. Create heaven on earth. You create hell on earth. We create heaven on earth. The referee is calling timeout on evil. Timeout. Go sit the fuck down. You don't want to get off the court. Get off the court, Rev. Covetousness. Yeah, you want our time. It's our time to shine, and you want to take our time to shine from us. That's coveting thy neighbor's destiny. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Religion. See, the way you think again. The principles that you live by, they're jacked up. Didn't you see the part in the Bible where they said, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife? Does God have to tell you, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's job? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's car. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's children. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's lawn. Thou shalt not covet. Does God have to fucking spell out every fucking thing for you? There's not enough space in the Bible. Covetousness is wrong. It's not just people, wife and husband, that we shall not covet. I'm going to look up the word covetousness for those who really want a clear vision. Because I can perceive it, but I don't know how to say it. So I'm going to let Google say it. Covetousness is an excessive, inordinate, or greedy desire for something, especially wealth or possessions. Wealth, well, I suppose to say possessions, but positions came out. So God wanted me to say positions. So especially wealth, possessions, and positions like mine. Y'all think you could do what I do better than me? You can't. Your heart, your soul, and your mind too corrupt for that. First of all, you ignore your soul, and your mind is just jacked up. You can't do what I do. God wouldn't open up to you the way that God opens up for me. God won't let you in on the type of information that is letting me in on. You can never be me. You can never covet my position. Stop it. You're not worthy of it. You're not clean enough. Your heart and your mind is not clean enough. You still suffer from ego. You still suffer from jealousy. You still suffer from the 7 deadly sins. I don't have those problems. No, I'm not perfect, but I don't have those problems. My energy field is a lot cleaner than yours. My karmic record is a lot cleaner than yours. And that's why you don't qualify. Because I don't go around hating people for no reason. You do. That in itself disqualify you from being able to take my position as messenger, as high priestess, as oracle. You can't do it. You're not worthy of it. So stop it. Let's read on. So, it's an excessive, inordinate, or greedy desire for something, especially wealth, possessions, or positions that belong to someone else, often leading to discontent, envy, or sin, aka crime. You're willing to go to a crazy extent to achieve that thing that that other person has, or that person that that other person has, or that position that that other person has, or those possessions. No, possessions is thing. Yeah. Wanting somebody's belongings so bad that you're willing to commit crimes to take it from them. That's covetousness. It's a sin. Okay. So the way that your mentality is set up, you think that it's okay to want other people's things, and that's why y'all go about stealing things and just manipulating the situation to take it from them. Even if you don't want it and you just don't want that person to have it, like my businesses. Y'all don't want my businesses, you just don't want me to have it. So y'all manipulated me, manipulated the people who would come and patronize my business into me not having a business anymore. That's covetousness. The fact that y'all want to stop me from attaining my true destiny, that's covetousness. You covet my destiny. You covet my happiness. You covet my peace of mind. You covet my progress. You don't want me to have any of those things. All these are crimes, spiritual crimes, punishable by spiritual law. Hence, you're getting your ass beat right now. You have committed the crime long enough. Now the real police are here. Who gonna check you is now here. Ptah and everybody who support you. Everybody who take orders from you. They all gonna get it. Ah. More messages. Manipulative. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Partnerships, wedding. You know it's not actual weddings. Unless you're trying to be manipulative with my wedding. Because I'm gonna get married to a nice man. And you're gonna try to covet him too. You're gonna try to turn his mind against me and encourage him to sell me out. You know, I'm gonna get a man who y'all can't buy. You know, one of these days I'm gonna have a man that you can't buy. He's gonna be just like me, even more stronger than me in what I'm into. Yeah, can't be bought, can't be sold. God's gonna move all the trash out the way. Can't be intimidated. Can't be killed. Can't be lured away by pretty women and thick thighs and big asses and the way that the woman's ocean, oh yeah, the motion in her ocean, she can't seduce him. I'm gonna get one of those. Okay. Interesting. So we got misunderstanding and we got self-employment at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So there's some misunderstanding about some self-employment. Okay. I feel like there's one more of those messages in there. So the wedding is partnerships, okay? It's not really about my life. I was just throwing that out there so that y'all know that you're gonna fail one day. God won't send me a man that you can't manipulate. Yeah. But in your case, talking about manipulating partnerships, okay? And then we have misunderstanding when it comes to self-employment. Yeah, you and your people are falling out, but I knew it. Okay, so we got immaturity and listening. Immaturity and listening. So somebody's listening, but it's like at the bottom of the deck, we got inheritance. Yeah. So what are you gonna inherit for blocking out the message? You gonna inherit the ass whooping. That's what you're gonna inherit. You don't want to hear? You don't have to hear. I want everybody else to hear. You don't need to hear, Ptah, because you already got it all figured out. I want everybody else to hear, though, so you can leave the classroom. Shit. Right, yo. How are we gonna do this? Show me my opponent. Ptah, Ptah, Ptah. Show me my opponent. And God is like, hey. Remember me? Healing. Listening will bring you healing, you fool. Foolishness of your youth. Pata, pata, pata. Show me my opponent. You must be thousands of years old by now. And you got it still calling you a youth. So I've been using this carnation milk, this condensed carnation milk for almost a week now. And my vagina hasn't been acting crazy. How did y'all miss this one? Usually y'all got them in the store waiting for me to come pick them up. Well sabotaged. When I consume them, all of a sudden my reproductive tract start acting all booky. Being all questionable and weird. But I've been absolutely fine. How did you miss this season? I'm surprised. Usually I can't go to the kitchen and drink juice from my fridge. I can't have sugar from my kitchen. I can't have coffee in peace because y'all got all these things sabotaged with God knows what to do, God knows what to me. And you think I won't have the pleasure to kick your ass right now? You think I won't have the pleasure to bring your empire down to the ground where it belongs right now? It's my turn, bitch. I say this is chess, not checkers, although I don't know how to play chess. And I deliberately stopped myself from learning how to play chess because I'm already fucking. I'm a brainiac. I think it'd be bad for y'all if I learn how to play chess. It'd be even worse, I should say, for y'all if I learn how to play chess. I deliberately stay away from understanding the game of chess because people love to say, this is chess, not checkers. I'll play checkers. You play chess. And you're still gonna lose. when you want me to be your opponent, I'ma eat your ass up. I spit you out. Blah. got gas. Cletus, I got gas. You know, when you make me, when you do stuff to sabotage my body and make me unsexy, I'm actually quite grateful. For the moment, I'm quite grateful because bitches be hating me and men be desiring me. So if I'm not that like attractive, it just makes my life so much easier because it's like, bitch, you can't be me, and nigga, I don't want you. So you just make my work a lot easier, you know, because I've had to study how many different ways I could say no, I'm not interested politely. Anyway, okay, so the subject matter this time is maturity. You gotta be a big boy about it. Don't be a big baby. I need to learn how to do these cards properly. I wrote them sideways, but when they drop out, it's like I be confused a lot of the time. So I'm gonna do it like this. How do I do the other? Oh, I know why. Yeah, I shouldn't have made them like this, but it's okay. I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna make it. I might learn something. Show me my opponent. Cigarette holder over her shoulder. God said, girl, just do the damn cards the way that you normally do them, okay? We'll work it out. And then I have to be... Okay, so before we even start, let's check and see how they're meant to be interpreted. Okay, you feel like that. It feels right like this, but it feels wrong at the same time. Check this one. Okay. Okay. Everything is in the upright. So the message, we got funeral, abandonment, which felt right and wrong at the same time, and in-laws or step family. Okay. So funeral coming first is burying a matter. Burying the abandonment of this group or organization. Okay, people who are close to you, like family. So this is talking to Ptah and his his other his bandits, his bandit friends. So it's like somebody want to abandon the idea of abandonment. Okay, so funeral, abandonment. So they like kill the idea of abandonment of our group or family. Okay, let's see the underlying is we got misguided, self-harm, medication, apologize. We have rules of self-employment and child support. It is generational programming. We got maturity, hospitalized, racism within the family. So racism in this case is talking about competition energy, using different elements of self to exalt oneself over the other, one's importance over the other. We got assurance, investigation, listening will be a fucking miracle. If you listen, it's gonna bring you a miracle. Y'all don't wanna listen, okay? Immaturity and reconciliation. It's a bad idea. We got culture, morals, hedonism. There's your religion. Hedonism. I want what I want when I want who I want when I want, and I'ma have it or them. God said you need to abandon that absent parent and the partnership, disownership. That's your insurance. That's your protection. So it's like somebody's trying to discourage. Yeah. Because y'all are in disagreement right now. Okay? Ptah wants to do this, and the rest of the group can see how that's a very bad idea. But Ptah don't want to hear nobody tell him that that's a bad idea. Because Ptah gets what Ptah wants. When Ptah wants. When Ptah want what Ptah want. Okay? But the thing is, Ptah, the rest of your people, they think like you too. They get what they want when, and they see that what you want right now is just total nonsense. So it's like you're gonna try to convince them to refrain from abandoning the group. Okay? But God's saying that's a bad idea. Okay? Your only insurance is disownership. Your only protection is disownership. If you don't want to go down with Ptah's ship, then you need to jump ship. If you don't want to be in that car when Ptah crash, then you need to leave Ptah. Unless your love for him is just so grand. You're willing to die with him. In which case, we will see you all when you ride again. It's going to be nice life without you. So Ptah is gonna try to convince you that this disownership is misguided. He's gonna try to convince you that you're gonna be hurting yourself, and the medication to this situation is to apologize, okay, because of the rules of your organization. And he's gonna say, but you need me, you need my money, you need my support. I have the say so in this society. I can ruin you if I want to. If you leave me, I will make sure that I ruin you. So it's either you're gonna fight with me or you're gonna fight against me. Yeah. The generational programming. There's maturity, hospitalized. Maturity hospitalized mean maturity need to heal. Like I said, racism coming next. Using one's positive points against the other to exalt. So Ptah is gonna use his money and his power to influence and all these things to try and discourage you from leaving him and his stupid decisions, his uh his self-destructive decisions that he's about to make. So expect that. Okay. But your assurance, talking to Ptah's partners in crime who can see the nonsense that Ptah is headed towards, your assurance is investigation and listening. It will bring about a miracle. Okay. We got immaturity is in reconciliation. So if you reconcile with this guy while he's on this downward trajectory, you know that it's an immature decision that you'll be making, not only for yourself, but for every dependent of yours. Your wife or your husband, your children, your grandchildren, your mother, your father, your friends. Because when you fall, all these people who depend on you, they too will have hardship. So they need you to stay up so that you can help them to stay up. If you believe that Ptah is the superpower in this society, then this reasoning that Ptah is going to bring to you is going to work. But clearly, Ptah is not the most powerful magician in the world. But are you willing to follow God? Well, not even follow God, but follow God's instructions. God is not looking to turn you people. God created good and evil. But you have to apply these things in the right way for it to not be a crime. My lips are very dry. Yeah, you are, if you use your power to do heinous things for the right reasons and on the right person, then it's not a crime. It's justice. But when you use your powers against people who don't deserve, when you use your evil powers against people who don't deserve what you're bringing to them, then that's a crime. You see the difference? Because if somebody is coming after you to hurt you, you have a right to defend yourself. But if you're defending yourself and nobody is offending you, then you're not really defending yourself. You are the offender. You may be able to confuse the situation for other people to understand it, but you can't confuse God, and you can't confuse nature, you can't confuse karma, and you can't confuse the spiritual police that's coming after you, people. And you can't confuse the spiritual courts. So let's read on. So yeah, immaturity would be found in reconciliation. If you reconcile, you're gonna have a lot of bad days to look forward to. So we got culture. Your culture is when your culture as it pertains to your morals is hedonism. I get what I want when I want because I said so. But then if you have an absent parent, you're going to form a partnership. Absent parent, wedding, disownership. Hang on. Absent. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to start a new sentence. That's where I went wrong. So, culture, morals, hedonism, absent parent. Time to get rid of the one who taught you these morals. Because right now they are not going to work in your best interest. Right. And then form a partnership with disownership. Wedding, disownership. And God said part ways on good terms. That's your insurance. That will bring you protection. When you part ways from anything and anyone that you know is going to bring you down, obviously that's one way to protect yourself. So if you could see that being true for every other situation except for the one that you're in with Ptah, then that's your business. I've delivered the messages that God wants me to deliver to you. Okay? Your new partnership should be disownership from the one who's teaching you all these bad moral principles. It's time that you deprogram what you've been taught because it's no longer serving you and program yourself with truths that are actually going to benefit you and your dependents if you care about them. Okay? This ownership is your insurance. Don't let anybody frighten you into thinking that they have full full power over society. The only person who has full power over society for real is God Almighty. As you can see, I am living proof of that. Y'all already disagree on how to proceed. You already disagree with Ptah on how to proceed. And Ptah is not going to change his mind for you because Ptah don't love anybody that much. So that's your message. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time. Finally, I'm done with y'all. Back to real people.